Jeremy and Amy, since this is Recollection Day, they were, our first one was this wonderful woman who only stayed with us like for a couple weeks, but then we had Jeevan. Everyone remember Jeevan? I always wanted him to be Javon because it sounded so much, you know, like our musician is, yeah, and he's in Oregon now, but he keeps coming back and forth. And then right then, Jeremy and Amy came in at the Aston Aloha, and they're right here, still right here. And then we lassoed that wonderful Kyle, who was saying, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know if I really want to do that. But we were very persistent because we had an intention. And there he is. There they are. Yeah. So a quickie with our little Quanta here. For you that are newer, you haven't been around or you haven't heard it, I mean, she's in all the papers, so I don't know how you couldn't hear about her. But she is an example, and I've had several people call and say that what healer, and also they will say to me when they're here, they'll go, you do know who she is, right? And I'm like, yeah, I absolutely do. Because she's got this energy, and it's not just, you know, we always love our kids, right? Of course, they go, there he is again. People actually run away from me now because I've got like 17,000 pictures of her. So they go, Patrick's coming. Have you seen Quanta's new picture? But really what it really is that she is an example of healing. She's an example that when she was shot 2 months ago, if you're here for the first time or you didn't know about that, it's, you know, I always love to bring the room down. So the thing is, she was shot, and the love that she brought in this community, and then when they did a whole feature on her, and she healed all the way to this last weekend. She's doing her final jumping and her acrobatic things that she likes to do. But besides that, what people say is, we watched her heal. We watched back legs that didn't move, now moving. I think we are all inspirations for one another, examples in every single moment of everything we do matters. Everything we do matters. And so 12 years in, we have this wonderful place that we have, but something has been happening to me lately, and you know, we're very transparent. I don't know if I don't tell you, you'll find out anyway, but exactly. What I've been finding out is how important the pause is in our life. And I have a lot of energy if you've ever been around me. Yeah. Sometimes it's very endearing. But what I've been noticing lately, and especially about the center and about this, is I know the book, I only got through half of it, I don't know why, but the let them theory. And what I'm realizing is we didn't come here for you to get it. And sometimes we get confused in our lives and with our family and with the people we love because we want them to get it. We want them to get it, and we want you to behave exactly the way we want you to behave. That's not really getting, it's called dictatorship. For me to want you to behave the way that I think you should be in science of mind or anything else. I'm not saying we do that, but sometimes we must be very careful about the things that are turning us on may not turn you on. And that is absolutely fine, because we didn't come here together to be the same people. We came here for the diversity, for us to be different so we could learn from one another. Our beautiful culture here, and people trying to snuff culture, snuff things away, trying to do that. No, we don't need to do that. We can celebrate it. So I had this question, and I wrote it in several places, and I went, it goes like this: does growing a center like ours ever get easier? Does it? Perhaps not. Because with each growth spurt comes deeper commitment and renewed determination. One of the most challenging moments is during the quiet, when it seems like nothing is happening. Ever been there? But that's often when the soil is doing its sacred work, nurturing the seeds that we've already planted. But boy, we're anxious, aren't we? Oh, the temptation to get in there and dig it up, to get in the soil and check the seeds, see how they're doing. But this is where faith steps in. We trust that we are growing even when you can't see it. And I don't know about any of you, but that's one of my greatest challenges in life, is to set something in motion and then not see it happening. You sit there and go, well, maybe I made a mistake. Because we forget that, oh my gosh, it's growing. Rita and I will let you know, when we got married, we were 2 kids, and I was 42 and she was 42. They all know that you married a younger man, but that's beside the point at this moment. What I know is that we kept saying to one another, why did we come together? Because we came together because we assisted each other in growing up. I know you find this hard to believe, but I've had some growing up to do. And what is interesting is we grew up just enough years to come here and go into this wonderful journey together. And we're assisting each other in growing up. And there is no greater gift than someone, someplace, something, seen or unseen, that is supporting us. That says, you got this. You got this. Yeah, but oh, no. Get your butt out of the way. You got this. Yeah. Does that make sense? So for now, yesterday it was really funny. On Saturday, I think it was Saturday, Friday was like, we watched 2 movies that, you couldn't get them any more depressing. I mean, we're like, so we're going to watch this other thing. I said, let's just get it out of the way because we're already depressed with all of this. We might as well just go swimming in the whole sea. So we were sitting there, but you get something out of these things. And what I got out of it was, if you've met Dr. James, I'm sure he's also an actor, he pulled out something from 30 years ago that he had written, a musical called The Unfinished Song. And it's about 2 gentlemen that just can't really be together because they're so worried about what you think. Not this room, but the world. And they're trying their best. And they got some friends, it's New York, but they got this unfinished song that he starts to write, and he never finishes it. And I'll be the spoiler alert. He died. So now you already know. But it's okay because the play starts out that way. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to actually write Dr. James and let him know what a profound experience that was, because I got away from them, and yesterday I said, Patrick, we need to talk. Do you ever talk to yourself? Oh, it's fabulous. And you can say whatever you want, and you know what I mean? And I can even make me say what I want back. I can't do that with you all. That just doesn't work. But I said to Rita, I said, I need to ask a very important question. And I think we all could stand at whatever age we are to ask it. What song is unfinished within us? What song has not been fully written? And then all we have to do is write it. I've always wanted to be a bohemian. And that has nothing to do with this talk. You know what I like about bohemian lifestyle? I'm going to tell you. You know I am. I like it because it's creative, it's free, you don't go with the crowd, you paint a beautiful portrait or something just because you want to. You get a feeling and you go for it. You say, I have an idea, and you go for it. Yeah. I'm pausing right now. Is that comfortable? Yeah, it is, right? Yes. So much we rush to that next. I have. Like I've got somewhere I'm going that once I get there, I'm going to be fully satisfied, and it doesn't work that way. So I am repurposing myself, my life. We're going to repurpose this center, not because anything's wrong with it. We're going to repurpose it. Repurposing, I'm just going to give it a definition, means taking something that already exists and using it in a new or different way, often with a fresh intention or a meaning. It's about transformation, breathing new life into the old without starting from scratch. We're never starting from scratch, and we're just starting with more wisdom. So I'm going to end this with a couple of things that people have been writing to us about. But if we were going to capsulize this, I would say, we're never finished. Doesn't matter what our age is, we are never, ever done. And also that this is enough. This moment in time is enough, just in case there's not any more time, right? And it's endless. So this is what someone said about this center. My heart is overflowing for both of you and the CSL Kaua'i community. Oh, I remember when the center was just a spark of an idea. Happy birthday, CSL Kaua'i Ohana. We have people from the mainland that have been supporting us for 12 years and have not stopped. It's unheard of if you've been in business. They usually give you a little seed money and stuff, and they say, okay, I got you 2 years, and then if you don't get it by then, we're out of here. That has not been the case. She says, congratulations and happy anniversary. I can't believe it's 12 years. Build it and they will come. I remember when we visited you in the beginning up in Princeville, and one of your congregants said to me, we were praying for this to come to the island. Cheers and more love to all of you. So proud of you. Stepping out in faith paid off, I guess. And I guess it did. So in closing, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to every single person online. I want to say thank you to that woman who found that room and then disappeared. Yeah, we got it. Just trust it. I want to say thank you to people who come in here, our artist, Carol, who's here today, and just says, you need a mural. But just so you'll know, we had that intention as well. And then we met, and it happened. That's how it's working. So we thank you once again for this beautiful work, Carol. And I also just want to thank, I feel like we're at the Oscars and they're going to start going. But I also want to thank, there's somebody in the audience, I'm not going to pull them up, but we met her the very first time when we just got on the island, and I'm looking at her face today and I'm just going, every single breath, every energy of people not here anymore and that are here is who built this center. The energetic, flow in this center is from every single person who walked through the door, even if they walked in and they said, not for me, and they walked out, they're still here. They're a part of the building. So I just say thank you. I love you. I love this wonderful lady that I've been able to share this incredible life with. And this one who stills the show every single time. And for you today, you are loved. You are loved. Namaste.